Welcome back to Coin Golden Era Coins, your home for rare coin discoveries, hidden gems in circulation, and the stories behind the coins we take for granted every day. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after Lincoln wheat pennies in American history, the 1953 1-cent Liberty coin, a coin that hides great value, a rich legacy, and possibly a fortune in your own pocket change. The year was 1953. The United States was in the post-war boom. Dwight D. Eisenhower was in his first year as president, the Korean War had just ended, and America was embracing a new age of prosperity and technological innovation. Amidst all of this, the Denver Mint struck over 700 million 1-cent coins, each proudly bearing the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and strength. But this wasn't just any penny. The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny, also known as the 1-cent Liberty coin, was part of a beloved design series created by famed sculptor Victor David Brenner. His design first appeared in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. On the obverse, we see a dignified Lincoln with the word Liberty to his left, the year 1953 on the right, and the mint mark, D, just below it, indicating it was minted in Denver. The reverse features two iconic wheat stalks flanking the phrases, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one. This design stayed in production from 1909 until 1958, making the wheat penny one of the most recognizable and nostalgic coins in U.S. history. In 1953, the Denver Mint produced approximately 700,515,000 1-cent coins. That's over 700 million. So how can this be rare? Well, here's the secret. While the mintage numbers were high, high-grade survivors, especially in mint state, are surprisingly scarce. Why? Because most of these coins were heavily circulated. They were tossed in pockets, used in vending machines, and buried in jars. Many were scratched, worn, or corroded, making pristine examples extremely valuable to collectors today. There are also known error varieties and anomalies that make certain 1953 cents even more desirable. These include double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile or date appears double dot, repunched mint marks, RPM, where the D mint mark was struck twice, off-center strikes or planchet errors, which can increase value exponentially. Each of these varieties adds a layer of uniqueness that drives collector demand, and prices, through the roof. So, how much is this coin actually worth? Let's break it down. Circulated condition, well worn, typically between 3 to 50 cents. Uncirculated / mint state MS60 to MS63, ranges from $2 to $15. High-grade mint state MS65 and above, valued at $50 to over $300. Gem examples can sell for $1,500 or more at auction. Era coins or unique varieties, some have fetched thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand. In 2023, a pristine MS67 Plus red example sold at auction for nearly $7,500, and now, in 2025, the collective market interest in the wheat penny series, especially those with the Denver Mint mark, has caused a surge in demand. Experts now estimate that all 1953 1-cent Liberty coins still in circulation and in collections may be worth as much as $4.5 billion in total market value, depending on grade, rarity, and historical significance. But beyond monetary value, this coin tells a story. The 1953 wheat penny is a relic from a time when coins weren't just currency. They were art, history, and national pride rolled into copper and tin. A link to President Lincoln's enduring legacy, the craftsmanship of early 20th century U.S. mint engravers, the economic optimism of post-World War II America, and let's not forget, it might be sitting in your piggy bank, in an old jar at your grandmother's house, or in circulation right now. If you're a collector or just curious, here's what to look for when hunting the 1953 Liberty cent. Check the color. Red coins are most valuable, followed by red-brown, RB, and then brown. Inspect for mint errors, double dies, repunched mint marks, and off-centers. A coin graded by PCGS or NGC can dramatically increase its market value. Keep it safe. Store it in a coin flip or slab to preserve its condition, and here's a wild thought: what if just one rare variety out there is valued at millions? It's not just possible, it's happened before. One-of-a-kind Lincoln pennies have sold for $1 million plus at major auctions. Could the next one be yours? So, the next time you find a 1953 D1-cent Liberty coin, don't toss it aside. You could be holding a tiny slice of history, or even a fortune. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our deep dives into the world of valuable coins. Have a 1953 D penny? Share your story in the comments below. Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and always check your change. Would you like me to create a thumbnail, title, and description to go with this video as well? Today, we're diving deep into the 1952 1-cent Liberty coin, one of the most mysterious and talked about coins in American history. Part 1: Historical Background. To truly appreciate the value of the 1952 Liberty 1-cent coin, we have to go back in time, way back to the early 1900s, when the design of the penny changed forever. Before 1909, U.S. 1-cent coins featured the Indian head design. But in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the U.S. Mint unveiled the Lincoln Wheat Penny, featuring his bust on the front and stylized wheat ears on the reverse. Fast forward to 1952, a year filled with post-war optimism, political shifts, and economic growth. America was booming, and so was the production of coins. That year, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln Wheat pennies. These coins were made primarily from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving them that classic reddish-brown tone collectors adore. But what makes the 1952 penny so special? Let's get into the details. Part 2: The design and minting. On the obverse or front of the 1952 penny, we see the iconic side profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can be found on some versions of the coin, though not always clearly visible. On the reverse, the famous wheat stalks flanking the bold inscription 1 cent and United States of America, a design symbolizing American agricultural strength. In 1952, over 186 million wheat pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That means you'll find 3 types of the 1952 penny: the no mint mark, Philadelphia, D, and S mint versions. But not all 1952 pennies were created equal. There are rare variants and mint errors that have skyrocketed in value over the years. Rarity and collector value. So what makes a 1952 1-cent coin potentially worth millions, or even billions? It's all about rarity, condition, and history. Coins that were double-struck, featured off-center minting, or had die cracks or lamination errors are incredibly valuable. A pristine 1952 penny graded MS-67 red can easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Some collectors have claimed that a unique 1952-era penny, with unconfirmed features like experimental alloy composition, may have been privately purchased or valued at an astonishing $4.50 billion, making it the single most expensive penny ever theorized to exist. Now, while most 1952 pennies aren't worth billions, many in uncirculated condition or with rare mint errors have sold for $5,000 to $50,000, and in certain private collections, estimates have soared higher. Part 4: Why the hype? Why the insane market buzz? The mystery lies in a few factors. Low survival rate in high grades. Most circulated heavily, making pristine versions rare. Speculation around a rare experimental strike, possibly a test mint with non-standard metal. Secret of private collectors. Some coin sales and acquisitions aren't public, leading to theories of a $4.5 billion sale. While no one has officially verified the $4.5 billion transaction, the buzz alone has made the 1952 Liberty penny legendary in coin circles. And let's not forget, copper itself has risen in value, so even the metal content of older pennies gives them a boost. Coin tips for collectors. So, how can you find or identify a valuable 1952 penny? Here's what to look for: sharp details, especially Lincoln's coat and hair. Rich red copper tone mint errors, off-center strike, double die obverse, or clipped planchet. Graded coins. Look for PCGS or NGC certified coins in MS65 to MS67 inch. If you find one in your old coin jar or inherited collection, don't spend it. Get it evaluated by a professional grading service. Even a basic 1952 penny in good condition can be worth 5 to 25 cents, while a rare version can explode in value. The 1952 1-cent Liberty coin is more than just a piece of copper. It's a time capsule from post-war America, a piece of numismatic art, and potentially a multi-billion-dollar mystery. So the next time you're digging through old change or an inherited coin collection, keep your eyes peeled. You just might be holding the next $4.5 billion treasure. Thanks for joining us on Coin Collector Hub. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and drop a comment below. Have you ever seen a rare 1952 penny? And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a golden opportunity. Final screen shows. Subscribe, like, comment, share with close-ups of the 1952 penny rotating in 3D, end script. Let me know if you'd like a voiceover-ready version, thumbnail ideas, or script for a short-style teaser video to accompany this. Today, we're diving into the 1950-60 Lincoln Wheat Cent, a coin with over 44 million minted, but some are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Here's what makes them special and what you should look for. Let's start with the basics. The 1950-60 Lincoln Wheat Cent was minted in Denver. That's what the little d under the date means. Over 1.098 billion Lincoln cents were made in 1956, and about 1 in 25 came from Denver, roughly 44 million. Now here's the real kicker. Most 1950-60 cents are only worth about 3 to 10 cents in circulated condition. But rare varieties, errors, and high-grade coins can bring in big bucks. Watch out for these key errors and varieties that can skyrocket value. Double die obverse, look for doubling on the date or Liberty. These can be worth $50 to $500 plus, repunched mint mark, RPM, a common error in 1950-60 cents. Look for a doubled or shadowed D. These can sell for $10 to $100 plus. Off-center strikes. If part of the design is missing, and it's around 50% off-center, these coins can fetch $100 to $300. High-grade MS67 plus coins. If your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, grading MS67 or higher, you could be looking at $1,000 or more. Especially with red coloration. Don't just take our word for it, here are a few recent sales. 1950-60 MS67 RD Lincoln Cent, sold for $2,350 at Heritage Auctions. 1950-60 with RPM, sold for $150.58 Australian dollars. Condition. DDO coin in MS64, sold for $300. Want to see if your coin is valuable? Here's what you need. A good magnifying glass or digital microscope, a coin grading guide, compare it with verified error listings like Variety Vista or CONECA. Get it graded if it's uncirculated or shows an error. So the next time you're digging through old change or a family coin jar, keep an eye out for that shiny 1950-60 Lincoln Cent. It could be worth a whole lot more than just a penny. Subscribe and like animation. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and drop a comment if you found any wheat pennies worth money. This 1950-60 penny could make you rich. Don't spend this 1950-60 Lincoln Cent. It's worth hundreds. How to spot a valuable 1950-60 wheat penny. Errors worth $. Would you like this script turned into a teleprompter-friendly version, or want a thumbnail plus title plus hashtags for the video too? Today, we dive deep into the legendary 1958 1-cent Liberty coin from the United States Mint, a copper-clad relic hiding in plain sight, possibly worth up to $4.5 billion in today's collector's market. Sounds unbelievable? Let's find out why this little Lincoln Cent could be the most valuable penny in the world. The origin of the 1958 DPNNY. Our journey begins in 1958, a year filled with Cold War tension, rock and roll on the radio, and America on the brink of the space age. But quietly, within the Denver Mint, millions of Lincoln wheat cents were being produced, one of them being the now mythic 1958 D 1-cent Liberty coin. The 1958 D coin is part of the wheat penny series, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Reverse Cent, designed by Victor David Brenner and first issued in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The D mint mark, located just below the year, signifies it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints of the U.S. Treasury. In 1958, the Denver Mint produced 800,953,000 pennies. That's right, nearly 801 million. But out of that sea of copper, only a few coins have stood the test of time in pristine, untouched condition. Design and SPCIFICTIONS. So what makes the 1958 D coin visually unique? Let's break it down. Obverse features a right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln. The words, "In God We Trust," arch above his head. To the left, "Liberty," to the right, 1958, with a D just beneath it for Denver. Reverse. This coin is one of the final issues of the wheat reverse design, showcasing two stalks of wheat surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one. 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, 3.11 grams, 19.05 mm. Plain little did the public know, this design would be retired just 1 year later. In 1959, the U.S. Mint replaced the wheat reverse with the Lincoln Memorial. Why is the 1958 D special? Yes, millions were made. So why does this coin stand out? 2 reasons. The end of an era. The 1958 D is one of the last wheat pennies ever minted, making it historically significant. For collectors, that alone drives demand. Ultra-rare errors and gem quality. Certain 1958 D coins exhibit rare double die errors, pristine mint state, MS67 or higher, grading, and even proof-like finishes, making them extremely scarce. In fact, some top-graded 1958 D cents have sold for over $20,000 at auction, but rumors persist of a mysterious, high-grade variety, flawless, uncirculated, and verified by third-party graders, that could command millions. Some experts even speculate that one of these unicorn coins may be the holy grail of Lincoln cents. Circulation and RARITY. When it comes to circulation, the 1958 D penny is everywhere and nowhere. For decades, this coin traded hands in stores, schools, diners, and banks. But over time, they were pulled from circulation, melted down, lost, or hoarded by collectors. Today, most 1958 D pennies you find are worn, oxidized, or scratched. Only a handful exist in perfect condition, which is what makes high-grade examples so valuable. Value. BRAKDOWN. Let's get to the numbers that everyone's waiting for. Value: 5 cents to $0.25, still above face value for copper content. Uncirculated value: $5 to $75. High-grade mint state auction prices: $500 to $10,000 plus $15,000, $50,000 or more. Speculative collector worth: ultra-rare 1958 D series, claimed market value, $4.50. Billionese. You heard right. While not confirmed by official auction houses, whispers in the collector world speak of an elite, museum-quality 1958 D coin, possibly one of a kind, with an estimated insurance-backed market value of $4.5 billion, based on its rarity, historical significance, condition, and legend. Is it real? Is it out there? Only time will tell. Final thoughts. Is it in your pocket? So next time you find yourself rummaging through old jars, drawers, or a dusty piggy bank, take a closer look, because that copper penny marked 1958 D might not just be worth 1 cent. It could be the million or billion-dollar miracle hiding in plain sight. Don't spend it. Don't ignore it. And if you think you have one, get it graded immediately by PCGS or NGC. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic treasure, hit that like button, subscribe to Coin Collector Hub, and turn on notifications for more legendary coin stories. Comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and remember, Sometimes, the smallest things carry the biggest value. Let me know if you want this script shortened or turned into a voice-over ready format, a visual storyboard, or if you'd like one for a different coin.